Mr. Investor Lot, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be talking about some very interesting stuff. Cowboys, let me know how you went on, man. Did you hold on? Did you hold on strong, rodeo? Today we're going to be talking about some very interesting history of Bionano genomics. So we'll be talking about government programs, federal awards and grants, some very interesting innovations and collaborations that were government funded, and under Joe Biden, will we be seeing some of that government money? If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Miguel. I'm a retail investor here in London, and we look at big, juicy, stinking growth stocks. I want a 10x, I want a 20x, I want a 50x my money. If you want to support me, you can join my Patreon, or you can click join up here. It's only 99 cents, and it really helps me to create good quality content. If you're unable to join, just hit the like, click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, because I got some really good DD that was sent to me, and I'm actually going to explore it, pick up the pieces of the breadcrumbs, and make a whole loaf. We eating good tonight. Oh my goodness, we eating bologna. Nah man, not bologna, we got that posh stuff, smoked salmon and cream cheese. So yeah, please leave me a nice comment, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you hit the notification bell, because I'm going to be bringing out some bangers of videos soon. It's going to be amazing, some of the research that I've seen. Yeehaw! Okay, first things first, this is the Bionano annual report. This was back in 2018, 2019, and they basically said in the near term that their revenue can be affected dependent on research and development budgets of these certain customers. So they were talking about government research institutions and academic institutions. So what they were talking about was changes in government programs that provide funding to research institutions and companies. They said if anything happens in the short term, it's nothing to do with us. This can actually affect our revenue, but it's out of our control. So that being said, if we go all the way back here, this was a posted federal contract opportunity back in 2015. So they were talking about the IRIS system, and they had a federal contract opportunity for service agreement for 2 Bionano genomics IRIS systems. So basically, a lot of these health institutions, academic institutions, they work with Bionano genomics, and what they do is they get the government to actually give the funding over. So the government will either buy the machines or rent the machines and then use up all the consumables. So we can see here the National Cancer Institute, NCI, Division for Center of Cancer Research. They plan to procure on a sole source basis a service contract for 2 government-owned IRIS systems. Then previously, if you watch my other videos, you will see one of these videos, and we will talk about all of the federal grants and contracts that were given to Bionano genomics, and we'll talk about how much they were. So in some points, they were receiving as much as $3.8 million, and this was during a Democratic Party reign, I believe, when Obama was in charge during like 2019, 2010, and they went through some years where they didn't have that much backing and funding here. As you can see, they only got small pieces of the pie. But I wanted to show you, and I want to explore today, I want to show you all across the world how every single country is actually trying to become a global dominant leader in the genomic space, and how much funding is going into the industry. So I'm going to show you several countries in which we can actually explore perhaps gaining government contracts. But before we get into other countries, I just wanted to explore what the USA is actually doing under Biden with genomics. The government rushes virus gene mapping as mutations spreads. So the US is scrambling to expand DNA mapping of C virus samples taken from patients to identify potentially deadlier mutations that are starting to spread around the country. So there's several keywords in here. You can see sequencing, which is something that we don't do yet, where a House bill headed for the floor debate that would provide $1.7 billion for genomic sequencing. However, I want to show you this here. This is very interesting here. So they were talking about the CDC is trying to shepherd these efforts to align them with the government's own expanded commitment. Officials said Wednesday the administration will spend $200 million for the CDC to increase genomic sequencing to about 25,000 samples a week, or triple the current level. On a parallel track, a US Army Biodefense Institute will increase coronavirus gene mapping to 10,000 samples a week by the end of the month, up from 4,000. Now I'm going to show you something really nice. So I want you to keep in mind, you see here US Army Biodefense Institute. So now this article is on Princeton University College, Princeton Innovation, it says. So they were doing an article on Bionano genomics. They had a collaboration with us, the Bngo Cowboys. So they were talking about the invention, a high throughput platform for analyzing long segments of genomic DNA with a single molecule sensitivity. But what really interested me is the collaboration that Princeton University had, exclusively licensed to Bionano genomics, was funded by a certain somebody. And when we go to the collaboration down here, you can see the technology was developed at Princeton University by a multidisciplinary collaboration among faculty from the School of Engineering, Applied Science, Department of Physics, Department of Molecular Biology, and supported by a grant from the US Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. So when I see this, when I see government bodies and government institutions actually getting involved in supporting research, and we can see here the US Army Biodefense Institute wants to increase its C virus gene mapping to 10,000 samples a week. And in this previous biannual report, they also said that most of their customers includes academic and government institutions. Do you think we're going to be getting a piece of the pie in the US of A? So in terms of the piece of the pie, I think we're going to get a juicy piece of blueberry pie. And that's because we have previous contracts with the government, previous federal grants. And this was during a democratic reign. So I think it's going to be coming back. I think they're going to be pumping money into genomics again. So now, that being said, I want to talk about some other countries that may be able to give us some government funding, baby. If we get into the right institutions, if we get in with the right crowds. So now the UKRI, UK Research and Innovation. So this was a while back. This is with the University of Edinburgh, as you can see here. And during the Genomics Festival, I could see that our beloved Bionano Genomics Knight Joe Butler was busy at work during that Genomics Festival speaking to the University of Edinburgh. These guys are one of the lead institutions that are doing a whole load of madness with the Genomics England, and they're basically getting lots of funding at the moment. So what they want to do is actually look at rare disease and cancers, and they want to sequence it. But I think they'll need optical mapping alongside that in order to get a full picture. And in terms of the award and the cash going into it, you can see here, this is only for 1,000 genomes, right? The funds will be used to support sequencing of individuals with rare diseases for 1,000 genomes. But they're going to be getting £4 million here from Scottish Government and £3.5 million from Scottish Enterprise. That being said, put that together, that's £7.5 million for 1,000 genomes. So we're talking about £7,100 for one genome. How crazy is that, baby? And this was back in 2019, before we even had the pandemic hit through. And you can see that a lot of different governing bodies, institutions and businesses were working together. So you can see here there was a further £100 million coming from the world's leading biopharmaceutical and healthcare companies, including AstraZeneca, GSK, Johnson & Johnson. There was also that UK Research and Innovation Institute putting money in. And what was really interesting here, you can see, is the UK Biobank recruited 500,000 people between the ages of 40 and 69. And this was back in 2006 to 2010 from across the country. But now the library of people is probably even bigger. And because of what's happened with the C19 virus, a lot of people have come forward to actually help out. So they're willing to be part of the research program, and the UK has committed an even bigger budget to this now. So in terms of research, you guys have seen this before. I've shown you that they're actually putting forward and raising the public spending for research and development by £22 billion by 2025. This is for clinical impact research and innovation in genomics. And that's what the priority is on in the UK. They want to make some serious moves with genomics, and they want to be a world leader, a global leader. So these are the current libraries that they have here with the NHS. They've got 100,000 participants with rare diseases and cancer. The genomic data involves whole genome sequencing. And in terms of clinical diagnostic testing for NHS patients, they have a massive population of NHS patients, and what they're planning to do is actually involve them in the provision of genomic testing across the UK, and they want to include at least 500,000 whole genomes in England by 2024. Now, what is the patent that just came out? This is a Mazzolini. Thank you to whoever sent me this on Twitter. I love you guys. Bionano Genomics received a notice of allowance for its US patent application titled Methods and Devices for Single Molecule Whole Genome Analysis. 500,000 whole genomes by 2024, and that's just in the UK. Can we actually get this patent approval? Is the tech good enough? Can we get involved in whole genome sequencing? Next, we went down under. Throw some shrimp on the barbie. It's a mean old kangaroo. Shout out to my people in Australia watching me. I see you there in the demographic. I love you guys. So I went to the Australian Government Department of Health, and I wanted to see what the Genomics Health Futures mission looked like. And I can see that they're going to invest $500 million over 10 years in genomic research. They're aiming to improve testing and diagnosis for many diseases. So can we get in there, Joe? Holla at me, baby. So the emphasis is on speed, right? And they've only got 500 mil here they're putting up for research. Only 500 mil. But yeah, take a look here. They want to diagnose rare diseases more quickly. And we know that we can diagnose real fast and we can be cost effective. So about 80% of all rare diseases are genetic in origin. They also want to be working on different treatments and strategies. And they want to create kind of personalized packages for medicine and treatment. One of the packages includes predicting the risk of developing disease, which can guide prevention strategies. So that's what I'm talking about. People are curious. You know, with everything that's been going on with C19, some of us are predisposed to it more than others, as we found out in this. Dr. Ravindra Kohli at Augusta University. This man found out that there may be some structural variations that show our predisposition to the C19. What's interesting to note also is when this article came out, it said that they're going to analyze at least 1,000 patient genomes with Saphyr. And that's kind of with the recently formed international consortium of clinical and research sites that Bionano Genomics has put together. So as we can see here, the bullet point up here says the consortium includes more than 40 world-renowned scientists and institutions. Oh baby, it feels like shmoney is coming, baby. Big stinky shmoney. Not only is this government focusing on rare disease, but they're also looking to classify cancerous tumors to guide treatment choices. Oh my goodness. It just sounds like us, man. Don't you think? It sounds like us, baby. And this is what they are focusing on. They're saying, why is the Genomics Health Futures mission important? Because they want to make safe, cost-effective, equitable, sensitive to the associated ethical, legal, and social issues of using genomic information in healthcare. Ultimately, they want to become a global leader again, which is why everybody's pumping budgets in there. And I'm going to show you some more countries pumping some major budgets, and they want to deliver improved diagnostics and targeted treatments. All right, my Bngo cowboys and cowgirls, I went to Genome Canada's website and I wanted to see what they got going on. So these guys are on a mission to deal with the C19, and they want to charter a course for resilient recovery. Sail the boat, baby. They're harnessing game-changing potential of biological innovation so we can deliver homegrown solutions and position Canada for global market leadership. Everybody wants to be a global leader in genomics, I'm telling you. So Genome Canada is on a mission to do just that. We have a dynamic relationship with a bold vision, a strong pan-Canadian network of genome centers, and a proven track record of demand-driven innovation. And we can see this with the hospital that we're working with. That's the largest hospital network in Canada, and we are working with them with that pilot study. Look at this. We have leveraged $1.6 billion in federal investment into $3.9 billion in research and development. My goodness, when people say this, we can be used for research, we can be used for diagnosis. And when I tell you this is only for the C19, but when we get into these places, when they realize how good the Saphyr system is for optical mapping and finding those structural variations that others can't, replacing their old workflow systems, people are gonna bite and they're gonna be like, you know what, let me try this machine out on something else, on another disease, on another comorbidity. August 2020, we see China here. China again boosts research and development spending by more than 10%. So if we actually look deeper into this article, we can see that China is the world's second biggest spender on research and development with $468 billion versus the United States investment of $582 billion in 2018. These guys always want to be as well global leaders, so we're all chasing it. We're all chasing the spot for a genomic global leader because we want to innovate, we want to have the best research out there, we want to be first to it. And when we look at the EU, the European Commission, we can see here they plan to do 1 million plus genomes. That is mad. So these guys have signed a declaration of cooperation towards access to at least 1 million genome sequence in the EU by 2022. They're setting up a collaboration mechanism with the potential to improve disease prevention, allow for more personalized treatments, and provide a sufficient scale for new clinically impactful research. So as we can see here, there's 24 countries involved. They're all putting some money towards it. They're really going for this. And 1 million genome sequence with next generation sequencing and long read sequencing as well. We can still be seeing a little piece of the pie because we're so useful in mapping structural variations. So alongside these million genome sequence, we still hold a key to the puzzle. Again, I think these guys made a spelling mistake on the government website. They said from cancer to, I think they went to say rare diseases, but they said rare diseases, brain-related diseases, prevention. Genomics can greatly improve various health conditions of EU citizens. Again, these guys have partnered up, put their money together. They want to be a global player in genomics. So now one of my next videos, make sure you hit the notification bell on that because I've been speaking to some researchers and people who are looking into genomics or working within genomics in the field of it in different countries. I've got a guy in Switzerland that I'm planning to have a call with soon. I've got some researchers in the USA as well that I'm having a call with soon. So we're going to be talking about the nano channel, nanopore device. We're going to be talking about this nano nozzle that mysterious Joe Butler won't tell me about. So as we can see here, Bionano believes that combining these nano channel arrays with nano detectors such as nanopores may one day enable high throughput, massively parallel long read sequencing of ultra high molecular DNA. And in the future, ARK Invest is super bullish on PacBio because they believe that long read sequencing is the future and it's going to be making a lot of money. As we can see here, compounded annual growth rate of 82% through 2025, saying that it's going to expand from $250 million to $5 billion by 2025, including all of these kind of sequencing consumables, instruments, and services. They're also saying that they're going to believe that it's superior and it's going to be highly accurate. So Illumina has all of these contracts in places right now across the world. So they're stating that they believe long in PacBio. So if we're able to have a long read sequencing device, or we have the ability to actually access this market too in the future, there is so much money to be made. We're so focused on optical mapping, but I think they may have some innovative patents and plays under their sleeve like a magician. And this patent grant here for whole genome analysis, does that mean we can get in on the short reads as well? Is that a whole genome analysis? Is it whole genome sequencing just like what Illumina does? Are we going to be looking at some of that short read money, baby? And this news actually came out on the 26th of February 2020. So China's BGI says says it can actually sequence a genome for just $100. I don't know how true that is, but that's crazy because as you can see here, super cheap DNA sequencing could boost cancer screening, prenatal tests, and research into population genetics. And this Shenzhen company, the Chinese BGI, was saying that it plans to offer a sequencing system that is capable of decoding 100,000 people per year. 100,000 times 100, baby. That's a lot of money. What? It's only 10 million, my friends. What is going on there? And there's a lot of buzz around that. I don't know how true it is, but as you can see here, Stacy Gabriel, director of genomics platform at the Broad Institute in Cambridge, Massachusetts, said if it actually is $100, that would be several fold cheaper. And there's a little bit of buzz because there's not been a big sequencing announcement for a couple years. I'd also like to show you guys these amazing masks. I think Bionano Genomics, my Bngo brothers and sisters, I think they should put these on sale so at least we can have our swagged up masks, you know what I'm saying? We can be swagged up and supporting the cause and helping our company get to the moon. And again, people were talking on the internet. Somebody messaged in and said, not sure if you tuned into the BTIG conference, my friend, but what's your thoughts on optical mapping's clinical and research market potential in the next 5 years now? It looks like the total addressable market is much bigger than expected. And then Mr. Barnett from ARC was just saying he's skeptical, highly skeptical of a combined sequencing and mapping approach outside of a research setting where discovery is optimized for. I can't speak to the company's goals or pull through guidance. I'm only referencing what they put in their slides. And then Mr. JB was in there. It's not Justin Bieber, it's Joe Butler. Baby, Joe Butler. So funny, I was thinking about this today. I generally think in future a combination of short reads, next generation sequencing, and optical mapping will be the default for most diagnostics. What more do you need? You get the sequence and the optical mapping aligns the reads. Also, it's two separate techniques, so less bias. Oh, well deserved. Get those pink mojitos, Joey. We love you. Guys, I got some great videos coming in the future. If you made it this far, give me a yeehaw cowboy in the comments. Also, I'd like to thank all of the people who support me. Thank you, Blue Sky on Mars. Thank you, Freddie Lum, TMG, Jay, and Joseph. You guys are amazing, and I will be buying some of you cowboys some lunch, baby. Also, everybody that ever subscribed to my page, everybody that shares my links and tweets me and actually shows me some love and drops me comments and sends me research, I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for always supporting me, and it means the world to me. Honestly, we're gonna get up to 10,000 subscribers soon, and it's crazy considering just 2 months ago I had like my mom as a subscriber only. So thank you very much. Also guys, if you want to join my Patreon, I'm working on a Discord community group where we all talk stocks and I can show you my buy and sell alerts. And I've got 1 patron so far. Thank you very much, Tess. And I just want to say thank you to you guys for always supporting me. And if you guys are actually like boss level investors, or if you're cowboys on my channel, I would love for you to come and join here instead, because literally YouTube takes about 30% and Patreon only takes away 5% or something small like that. And don't forget guys, this Saturday I'm gonna live stream. We're just gonna talk about stocks and chill out on Saturday for a little while. So that's gonna be at 4 PM UK time. If you guys are unable to join my Patreon, just you hitting like and clicking subscribe and dropping me a nice comment in the video means the world to me. I love and appreciate you guys. Thank you for always supporting me, coming to my live streams and showing me so much love. I want to continue to research, and if you get any research and you want me to cover it, just send it in to me, baby. We'll go for it. Mr. Invest a lot. Goodbye, over and out. I love y'all.